Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I'm Drew. Or welcome. I'm Drew. So today's video is a day in our life video with dissociative identity disorder, its symptoms, and the disorders we have because of it. So we show you firsthand what it's like, or what it's like for us to live with this condition, just on out of one day. Every day is different. Our experience is not your experience. Our experience varies from day to day. So this is just a glimpse of our life. Take that. We might do more videos like this in the future if you want to. Only if you're interested. Because our days usually go along with switching, dissociating, nightmares, being awake, just staring into space, trying to distract yourself, etc. But if you want to see more other stuff, like what we do throughout the day and how certain things affect us, then keep watching. We also want you to know that this video is not there to make anybody feel sorry for us. We're just here to share our experience with what we go through in a day. Now, I didn't think that we would be able to record this kind of video for a long time. We were planning on doing this when we have moved in together with our girlfriend, yet we don't know when this is gonna be. But the main reason that I thought I might record right now is it's 4:33. I have been away for 2.5 hours, so since 2 o'clock. We've had an incredible amount of nightmares and stuff that does relate to trauma and that triggers feelings that aren't very pleasant. So I woke up with my heart racing, being in complete panic state. At the same time, I was also feeling extremely numb and out of it. I was very confused. Then on the outside, we sleep with our window open, because if it's closed, when we have nightmares, I just feel like I can't breathe. So I need the fresh air to be able to sleep and feel safe while sleeping. But in the outside, there were a few noises that really triggered my anxiety. I closed the window, I shut the blinds, I turned on the light in our room. I was very scared. I bundled up in our bed again. I grabbed our laptop and started watching a few videos to get my mind and our mind just out of the place it was in. I got our book of riddles. It's quite a big book, especially for times like these where I'm also sorry if there are background noises, but the window is open again because I need it. I really need it for me feeling to be able to breathe. So now, 2.5 hours later, I'm feeling very tired, very exhausted. I'm way more calm. I did turn off the light, or I'm going to turn off the light of the room. I put on fairy lights, so it's not dark in here. So it's actually still quite light, but not as bright as this. But I thought I don't film in complete darkness, so you can at least see something. But yeah, waking up in the middle of the night, not being able to go back to sleep, with waking up in extreme fear, with heart racing, tight chest, nausea, and just fear of kind of falling back asleep, but also being like in very panicked state while being in a panicked state while still being awake. Yeah. Right now I'm watching videos from a chronic illness YouTuber who sadly passed away. But her videos do really give and have given me comfort, so I'm just rewatching them. They just get my mind out of the state it's in. So yeah, I'll just lay down, maybe close my eyes because I'm just extremely tired. But I don't think I'm gonna be able to sleep again. Making riddles if it's getting worse again. Yeah. So, see you later. Hello. I'm Drew. I just woke up a few minutes ago and I read some notes that try and do a day in our life. I love the lighting here. It's amazing. I have terrible headaches. Also, my voice is amazing. Yeah. Let's go. I have chest pains, stomach pains, so I'm gonna make a water bottle, hot water bottle, and get ourselves ready for the day, I guess. I thought I'd give you a little update. It's now 7:40 in the morning. For the sake of this video, I did kind of try and dress myself. I put on another sweater. I kept the panda pants, because I do not have a lot of energy. I did something I did to maybe help other alters if like throughout the day. I can't promise that this video is like gonna work out because I don't know if or who is wanting and if they're wanting to share what our life and our days can be like. But for now, I wrote a note and put it as our lock screen so a lot of alters can see that. I think that's the best way. You might wonder why we still like get up at 7:30 now. It's mainly because we try to have kind of a routine in our day. We have an alarm set for 7:30 and we mainly get up at around 8. Guess it's time for breakfast. Okay, so the morning has been so far similar. So for breakfast we got some coffee. I think that's what we want to show. We got some sweetbread, which is not finished. We usually put on peanut butter and strawberry jam. So we don't usually eat sweetbread. We usually eat 2 slices of toast. Yeah, just gonna eat my breakfast in peace now.
So this is our usual kind of breakfast. One slice with peanut butter and strawberry jam. The other is with a bit of cream cheese and plum jam. We don't usually use sweetbread. We usually have 2 slices of toast. We have our coffee and our PC to watch some videos. Someone made us our water bottle, which I'm quite glad for. Now we had our breakfast and it's time for our medication. We have a pill, like medicine case, like something we have to sort our medication, which has been extremely helpful because when you have dissociative identity disorder, amnesia and dissociation can really affect you, and in our case, like, there are times where we are extremely dissociated and we don't remember if we took our medication or not, so we took it twice or not at all. Then if another alter is out, then you can't possibly know if they took the medication that you need to take, or if they did not already. Then of course you can write it down anyway, but we have the problem of knowing where they put it down and where to look it up. So that did not completely work, so now we have this little thing. And today's Tuesday. Yesterday was Monday. And this is our little medicine. Medicine box. Things like I'm getting switchy. Like my mind is getting blank. As well as it's really good because some alters, for example, if they haven't fronted in a long time, or littles, like, they don't know what we take. They don't know what they have to, like, get out of the out of our medicine thing, and which tablets they all have to take. So I know that we mentioned that in some of our videos, but we cannot work or go to school due to dissociative identity disorder, the symptoms that go along with it, and the comorbid disorders we have, which is, for example, dissociation, extreme dissociation, anxiety, flashbacks, switching. Since you've probably seen a lot of the behind the scenes videos, we switch quite a lot. Of course, there are days where it's a bit less and there are days where it's way more, but that does really have an impact on our daily life. We can't really do normal things like going out and go shopping, like, next to everything that's going on. We couldn't do that before as well. We can't plan appointments, we cannot call or, like, make phone calls, we cannot do a lot of these things. We rely on care from others. We have a pass, we are severely disabled, and right now, yeah, that's kind of what's going on. And our days are usually spent with resting, learning how to live with what's going on, taking each day by itself, learning and doing stuff, figuring out what keeps us distracted, learning how to maybe work
through some things. Recording some videos, editing them. Resting is a very big part of our daily life, which does make me feel a bit like ashamed, because it makes me feel like we're kind of lazy in a way, because we need that rest, because there are days where we can't care for ourselves, where we have extreme struggle with getting out of bed and getting dressed, getting food, and we cannot get ourselves food, and we rely on others taking care for us, taking care of us. It can make you feel very ashamed, but we are learning that this is not something to be ashamed for. Our illnesses might not be visible to others, yet they do have quite the impact on us, and it is not bad to need help and need care from others. That getting help is okay, that getting help is not something selfish, but that's just something we all have to learn. This night has just been an example of something that we have to deal with a lot of the time, a lot of nights. Nightmares, waking up in the middle of the night, not being able to sleep again, having panic attacks and stuff during the night. So, yeah. Hello. So, I'm not sure what we already talked about, but I'm gonna go and rest now because I have severe headaches. I have back pain, I have stomach pain, which is still probably the aftermath, the long impact of what has happened in the night. I don't know what happened in the night, I just know what I've read. And we all love being in pain and feeling nauseous and extremely tired and restless. Great. Okay, so it's been around an hour later. I got back to take some CBD oil. If you don't know what CBD is, I recommend you to look it up. It's hard for me to explain today. Just comprehending everything is just not going in my mind. I don't want to explain anything that's not right about it. It is just something that we found to be helpful in these kind of situations, things that other people systems have talked about, that these things do help them with their anxiety, etc., and it does help us personally as well. It was just a try thing, and it does and did help. So I just took a bit of that because our state was just getting worse. I have a feeling of being in constant fear and panic and in this anxious state, being extremely nauseous, and like our body is shaking, and like doing anything is just hard. I tried doing riddles, but with a shaky hand it's just very hard. Getting your mind on focusing and stuff is hard. So my mouth tastes like grass. Amazing. Like, not the bad kind of grass. My mouth tastes like literally if you like would go out in your yard or in your garden or in the park and just like bite into the ground and like eat a chunk of grass. Like, I don't know if any one of you did that when you were younger, but I certainly did. I was a weird kid. But yeah. Now my mouth tastes like grass, like I'm eating like a cow. But like, it's like an oil, it's like a liquid, and you drop it under your tongue so it can get absorbed, I guess, into your gums and your system. Like a body system, like your system, and you have to take it under and until it's like dissolved and everything, but now mouth tastes like grass. So yeah, I'm a cow now. Also, something I forgot to mention is something that happens a lot in our life. I don't know who last used our phone, but it's gone. It's something that happens a lot. Our phone just goes missing, and we try now to keep it on like a loud mode where it's not just vibration or just completely silent. I don't know where our phone is. It will probably get found again. I kind of searched everywhere. I could not find it. But misplacing things, yeah, that happens a lot. A few more hours have passed, and I do want to say that the body is feeling calmer now. Not as nauseous and not as in pain as we've been before, which is very nice. But now that everything is a bit calmer, the body is feeling like all the exhaustion is flaring up, so we're probably gonna try and lay down, maybe take a nap if that's gonna work. I have found our phone again. It was in a book someone has read, probably. Someone was opening and closing, and the phone was like a marker as to where they left off. But I did not know that, so I literally searched the room multiple times. I looked in the bathroom. So I'm gonna lay down, and I'm very glad that I kind of decided to do this. It's kind of an overday thing, and we don't want like your empathy and things like, oh, we're sorry for what you're going through. We just want to share this experience. We want to share what life can be like with this disorder and the comorbid disorders. We just speak for us. We don't speak for other systems. So this is our experience. And while we are severely disabled through many things, not just DID, but also its symptoms and other disorders that can go along with it, there are other systems that are not, and they can go to work, they can go to school, they can be just very successful in like that kind of way. Like, I can also be successful, but in a different way. But yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Hello, I hope you're having an okay day today. I'm Jake, and I'm not sure if I mentioned that in any video earlier, but I am also partially a caretaker in our system. I mainly front as a caretaker when no other alter within our system is able to take care of basic things and needs. So right now I'm here. Of course I cannot control if I front or not. So of course there are times where we can't take care of basic necessities and I cannot front and I don't front, but right now I do. I got ourselves a cup of coffee, as well as we're feeling quite dizzy, which is probably due to lack of sleep and a bit of the switchiness and headaches we have. Now headaches, they will probably partially be a result of being switchy and dissociated, yet there are other parts that also go along with it, like muscle tension. We are usually very tense, especially in our back, our shoulders, our neck, which does play into our headaches. Little interruption. User from the future is back, and I wanted to actually just put in a little text, but I then experienced some more pain related to what I want to talk about, which is like some of our joints, like the things in our neck and our back, like the things that make up your spine. I do not know the word right now. I can't be bothered to look it up, but these things get easily like not completely out of place. I'm not sure if they are completely dislocated. They're just not in the way they're supposed to be, and they can be very hurtful and or quite unpleasant. So that's kind of something especially happens in our lower back. That's a very bad place and can cause more stomach pain and pain in our like waist and hip, etc. Then our ankles sometimes have these struggles where they're not just the way they're supposed to be, as well as our jaw. Like we get these kind of things and random joint shooting pains like throughout the day. Usually in our joints, like our hips or knee or wrists and fingers is also a big thing next to like the things that do kind of feel like they're not in place, and then you kind of do try to get them back, and it does just a lot of cracks. But I thought I'd talk about that too, since that's also something that it kind of goes along with our days. Sometimes like we have to do that more times a day. But anyways, let's get back and to past. Regarding dizziness, I got us a glass of juice. I also got this water bottle filled up again, so it's quite hot. We're gonna put it in on our neck, on our back, and hopefully it's gonna ease some of the pain. So this is our lunch. This is just fish coated in some seeds and red bell pepper. Caretaker of ours, not within our system, but on the outside, made this for us because we are not able to care for ourselves today. Like doing cooking, etc. is not something we're able to do, but that's for lunch. I have been still very tired. I also cried for a bit. It's not visible anymore. Sometimes your feelings bottle up so much and the things you experience are so overwhelming. You just feel like you want to cry, you need to cry, because crying is a form of your brain processing a certain type of emotion, I believe, and you just can't. It's very frustrating and just makes a lot of things worse. So I was listening to some music that makes me feel sad, watching videos or movies that make me sad, help me to break this boundary of being able to cry. So that's just something I needed today. I don't have a lot of memory regarding the last 4 hours, so I have no idea what happened. But I'm gonna eat my lunch now before it's getting cold. Lots of love to you. It's okay if someone takes care of you, and in the future our girlfriend will be there to take care of us as well. Okay, I also wanted to update you guys shortly. It's very stormy outside, which means it's kind of clickery and like loudly and echoey, etc., which does not really help with the anxiety that we're experiencing. For after our lunch, I have this kind of snack juice. It's just orange juice mixed with multivitamin juice, just a juice with random fruits in it and a lot of ice cubes. So what this does is, firstly, I love ice cubes. It helps with anxiety because when I'm extremely anxious, I tend to fall into routines of biting on something or scratching on something. So having these ice cubes kind of gives you this tension of cold without being like completely painful or harmful, as well as it's something you can chew on. So that's kind of nice. And one of the side effects is it does help with my headaches or our headaches for a few minutes, a bit of time at least. Hello, I'm back. I'm Drew, and it's around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I am now fronting. I am still in a quite dissociated state, if you can say so. I've been trying to ground myself, kind of trying to readjust the body to reality. I guess some of this aren't feeling too well. I'm also not too well, but I'm doing the best I can. I like talking to you, and this video is actually, I think, quite a good idea. Because we can do something with this situation, and we did want to share some days of our life and our experience with certain things. So why not start today if okay. I was just about to say, today's a less switchier day for us than usual. So you might think that we still switch quite a lot, but that's actually not a lot for us. There are days where it's less switchy than it's even today, but there are also days where it's way more switchy, where there are a lot of cycles of rapid switching, which I feel like we're gonna get into now, so I'm gonna stop filming because otherwise it's gonna be more of a whole mess, and it's mainly about a day in our life. But just to let you know. So, I'm back. Things have calmed down. I've been fronting for quite a while now, being like around 15-20 minutes. I'm still very restless. Like, all of this is not just affecting the alters that I've experienced, like the flashbacks and or nightmares or etc. It also still, like, it keeps being in the body. Like, the body has memories that get refreshed, and even though I might not remember these things, or I maybe don't have access to these things, I still kind of, like, I feel these things. So I am restless, I feel anxious, I feel nervous, but I kind of need a way of letting this out. I'm probably gonna do something together with my lovely girlfriend. We're gonna like go on something like a Zoom call, not really Zoom, but it's over Discord kind of, and gonna talk to each other while playing a video game together. And hopefully my anxiety is gonna get a bit at ease while chatting with someone and maybe getting some stuff off my mind. This is probably going to be the last part of this day in our life video. It was 7 o'clock like a few minutes ago, and we are very dissociated, and a whole mess and whole bunch of us at the front. I don't know who's fronting. I don't know who I am right now. It's time for our evening medication that I put somewhere to show you guys again, but I don't know where I put it. So I'm surely gonna look for that. I found it. Time for evening medication, which is mainly just mood stabilizer. So we had dinner. We're gonna take our medication. What do we do now? In the evening we usually watch a gaming stream and just watch that or listen to that depending on how we feel. Do something next to that. We usually go to bed between 11 and 12 p.m. Between 11 p.m. and 12 p.m. a.m. I'm not sure. But we try to keep that kind of routine, but of course there are days where we're so exhausted we go to sleep earlier, or days where we just can't fall asleep no matter how much we try, or an alter is so scared or etc. that they don't go to sleep at that time. So it can vary. But while falling asleep, we keep either listening to music or listening to videos to keep everything in a more calm environment. And we have a timer on our laptop, so it shuts off or turns off automatically. Between all of that, we got our glass of ice cubes back, which kind of helps with anxiety, and it's not like a lot, it's a bit of little drizzle of orange juice over it, as well as some vanilla pudding. It's just a little treat. It's been a rough day, and we deserve that. We deserve a treat. We don't treat ourselves often. So that's kind of it for our day. Could keep you longer, but it's just very exhausting, and we kind of just want to rest now. This is just a glimpse of one day in our life. Not every day is the same. Some days these symptoms are more severe. Some days these disorders are affecting us more than on other days. And it was just one day of many. Okay. Kind of need to recollect myself. It's just been a noise, and that's been kind of making us anxious. Like when you hear something and your whole body goes into like shock mode and you're just frozen in place. Yeah, that's kind of what happened. Sending much love to all of you. Thank you for being the lovely, wonderful beings you are. We appreciate you and we love you. Don't be too harsh on yourself. We all have bad days, but they don't define us. And even though we have these days, we can get through them. Keep holding on, keep trying, keep fighting. And if fighting and trying doesn't work, then just keep holding on. Just keep holding on in a way to just get through the day. Maybe you find your energy to fight and to heal, to try another day. But it's fine to rest and not being able to just fight. Like, it's okay. I'm not completely sure if I talked about that already, but we have our glass of ice cubes, which does help with anxiety for us in later times, like throughout the day. It's just an ice cube. And you're just kind of munching it. So that's kind of all. So goodbye.